Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD.
Mostly sunny and warmer today. On the way to 54.
Oh, that'll be nice.
About 40 downtown. So Wendy stumbled across something. Wendy, former intern on our show, now much more credible as a digital czar. Stumbled across something. You can read about this at WGRD.com. This is really, at least for radio people, and I think it'd be cool for a lot of people.
It's fun. It's old-timey.
GRD, before it was what it is now, was a lot of other things, including back in 1961 when it was a top 40 station, and WGRD was on the AM, 1410 AM, the original WGRD.
The buzzboard says that was the glory days of the radio station.
Yeah, they wanted to get it back.
The days before these days were the glory days.
Ratings never higher.
Yep. I don't care if it was the 60s or the 70s when it moved to FM or the 80s or the 90s. Anything before we got here was the glory days.
I feel if we can get to like 15 years straight with #1 ratings, we might be able to move into the top 10 all time.
I mean, if we could
knocking on the door.
If we could just crack a 50 share in something, then hey, okay, those guys might be onto something.
47 didn't get the job done.
Well, I mean, ham radio operators are the ones that know the most about working in commercial radio.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, anyway, a gentleman here in town named Tom Carter posted this on his Facebook on Sunday. Wendy stumbled across it. It is the morning host from 1961 on WGRD, a man named Bill Merchant, promoting an event that was coming up at the Grand Rapids Armory, which was at Michigan and Division. I hope it's still there now. It looks like it was a beautiful building back then.
Michigan and Division.
The name of the show was the WGRD Disc Jockey Record Hop. Ooh. All the DJs from the station were in attendance. Bill Merchant, the morning guy, the afternoon guy, Bubba the Love Sponge. Kevin Matthews was there.
Casey Kasem.
Darla J.
Spud.
Yeah. Stephanie Webb. Everyone was
Andy Rent
there.
Yeah. So all the DJs from the stations were there, and the music was provided by Tom Carter's band, the guy who posted this, the Ramrods. GRD was a top 40 station then in 1961, playing songs from Jerry Lee Lewis, Roy Orbison, Elvis, Chubby Checker, and whatever music of the day.
Mm-hmm.
GRD moved to the FM dial in 1971, just as a side note. So this is, it's an air check from the Bill Merchant Show, 5:30 to 9 a.m. and 11:30 to 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
Weekdays on WGRD, 1961. That's awesome.
That's a whole lot of entertainment for your dollar.
There are people listening whose grandmothers threw their underwear at the Ramrods that night.
And Bill Merchant.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're live in person.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt.
Hell yeah, it was going down. Babies were made that then went on to make babies who are listening to the show right now.
Wow, they're a big band.
The Ramrods.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they were probably like a big regional hit. A lot of bands like that back then.
Yeah, it says they're from
the instrumental group. Okay, cool. So they were like the Ventures.
You think anybody will play like 50 years
those guys
from now?
are from Connecticut.
2077, they're going to play WGRD. There was a dumb show called Free Beer and Hot Wings. Here they are being mean to things. And
Could
play
be.
that.
Yeah, probably.
Now, if I just flipped onto our Reddit thread, this show will never be any good unless they bring Bill Merchant back.
Yeah.
We really screwed that guy over.
Mm-hmm.
Turned our back on Bill Merchant.
Dang it.
God.
I knew we should have kept Bill.
I knew it. The show is only good with Bill Merchant. And now it's just a big, unpolished turd.
Better stay on par with that Reddit thread. Make sure we're doing things up to par.
Yeah. GRD hasn't been the same since they stopped playing Danny and the Juniors.
I don't know what they're doing there. You're right.
Nobody hate listens more than Reddit.
No.
It's only like a handful of people.
Oh, I don't know. The buzzboard's pretty strong.
Yeah, but it's the same people.
Yeah,
I really think
that's true.
Some of them cross.
Some of them
for
are
sure.
definitely the same people. Yeah, there's no doubt.
You know what happens when you run into a person who says bad things about you on Reddit when you run into him at a bar? Hey, man, listen every single day. You're growing on me.
You're growing on me.
That's
Thanks.
weird because you tried to hurt my feelings really bad with your comments.
Like literally 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw what you said.
You purposely tried to hurt my feelings. Purposely.
You said you wanted me fired. Like,
Yeah.
That would be one of the nicer things that are said.
Oh, yeah, say that.
yeah. Say they want me fired.
But it's great.
Character assassinated.
It's great that they know so much about us, though, and the business.
Actually, I find out most of the things about our show from people who aren't here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, I was
Because
surprised
I'm
Monday when
shocked.
Joe wasn't back. I saw that on there.
Hey, he's going to be back in like 2 hours or something. It was weird.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I was surprised.
I couldn't believe it.
You see somebody, well, I was told he's coming back Monday. Well, by all means, that must be true.
Yeah, I was there.
Unbelievable.
Nothing has increased my quality of life better than giving up on our subreddit 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's probably a good choice.
I enjoy it. I still read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you want to know what the public is seeing about your brand.
Every now and then
it does matter.
Every now and then I'll ask you guys to fill me in and be like, so what's going on now? What's the latest hot goss on the show?
Yeah. We're about to hire Sofia Vergara.
Oh,
Yeah.
she seems very likable.
But that's a huge mistake.
And I like, so there's this thing called the Michigan Radio Buzz Board. And it's by far not about us. In fact, we're only mentioned if something terrible happens.
Only if something bad.
Never seen a good thing.
No.
And that's fine. That's kind of how it is for everybody. But what I enjoy is the absolutely wild speculation stated as facts about radio and television in town. Hey, I heard so-and-so's leaving, and you know who they're going to get at Wood? Tom Brokaw. Yeah, Tom Brokaw is coming here.
A lot of it's pretty crazy.
Apparently, he's been porking so-and-so. What?
Or they just they come up
I've heard
with
so and so is super unhappy, and they threw hot coffee in the boss's face.
Or they come up
What?
with they'll say, oh, so-and-so is leaving Fox 17. You know who would be good there? So-and-so from WZZM.
Yes.
And then for the next 10 threads is just debating the merits of that. It's not happening.
No. People have contracts. Things happen.
They don't know that, though.
No, they
they
act like they do. Because they had, several of them had a part-time job at one point in 1989 while in college.
Yeah, and
I own a radio. That's the same.
And then they got screwed by the industry.
Yeah. Well, back,
Everything about the industry sucks now. It used to be so great when I was in it in 2001.
Yeah, sorry it chewed you up and spit you out.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them.
No, some of
all
them have just never been in radio at all.
Yeah. Some are bigger losers than that.
One of them I know for sure.
Well, I encourage it. Bring it on.
Our kids play together, though, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's good. They're just going to
that's a
poison them.
shame for you.
Best friends.
Nice then.